Stand up, New York Giant fans. What is going on, Baddog? How you been, buddy?
What is going on, Entertainer? It's been a little while. I'm still under the freaking weather. This cold is the cold from hell. Cannot kick this stupid freaking cough. It's pissing me off. But how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, well, you know why you got sick. You saw the Giants play in person, so that'll do the trick.
I think it did. I think that made me sick because I've been sick ever since I got back from that game. Now, let me just say this. Meeting you was awesome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That was so much fun. Like, I watched those live streams back. Like, I watched that live stream in the parking lot. I watched your live stream at the stadium. I've watched them a number of times. It was just awesome. Like, just watching everybody interact. It was such a good time, man. It didn't matter that we sucked. It doesn't matter that we lost. Just to have fun and just hang out with the guys was awesome. I'd love to do that once a year.
Oh,
I know
definitely.
DWG and my brother-in-law are down for it, and I think it was so cool that people actually recognized us.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe that some people knew who we were. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience, and it's something that I definitely want to make. What's going on, Meat? What's going on, Dark Demonic? What's going on, Q-Dog, El Rio, KC Kid, Nikki Sav? I saw Christian Orrs in here, Big Blue. Thank you guys for tuning in. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to do once a year. I think it's really cool to get to meet some of your subscribers. Next year, hopefully, it's bigger. We organize it a little bit better, and getting to meet all the content creators. Bones was cool. Obviously, meet the Mets. You, Kid Blue, OGR. It was just such a great experience.
Diehard Giants
fan. Yeah, it was such a
Detonator.
Yeah, I'm diehard Giants fan. Give me this jersey. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's like incredible. It was such an amazing experience, and obviously not a good result. 2-8. Daniel Jones threw 4 touchdowns, so I guess there was a positive there. And I saw you touched on the touchdown record. That he has an opportunity to potentially break. What does he got? 15.
He's got 15. So he'll need 13 over the last 6 games. That ain't gonna be easy. I think it's doable, but he's gonna have to have touchdowns against the Bears if he's gonna break this record, and that's not gonna be easy at all. I mean, that's obviously the game coming up, and I always love the comments on some of the videos. Some people are just so stupid. Either they're stupid or they're bad trolls. I have some guy in that video telling me, "Oh, Daniel Jones is obviously a bust." And I said, yeah, after 8 games, you're going to call a guy a bust. I said, either you're a bad troll or you don't know anything about football. He's like, no, 8 games is a good enough sample size. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not even going to argue at that point. You can call a guy a bust after 8 games when he leads all rookies in touchdowns, when he's played 3 less games than Aaron Rodgers and has 2 less touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. No, there's certainly some things you could point to that are negatives to Danny Jones, but to call him a bust at this point is absurd. He's at least met my expectations. I'm not even going to go as far to say that he's exceeded them, maybe a little bit, but he's at least met them. And to call him a bust is absurd. There's been games where he's looked really good. There's been games where he's looked really bad.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie. It's what you expect. And we know we got to see Eli Manning. Eli Manning, was a lot worse than this his rookie year.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So horrible.
We always
they were what? They were 1-6 with him at starter.
Yeah.
He completed less than 50% of his passes as a rookie, and that team was a lot better than the one Daniel Jones is on.
Yeah, exactly. Much better. They had a good offensive line. They had a great pass rush with the defense. They were 5-3.
Tiki Barber.
They were 5-3, right?
5-3, 5-4, somewhere in there. And they had Tiki Barber. I mean, Tiki Barber's one of the best running backs in the league.
Well, in fairness, we got Barkley, but he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't have the we don't have the offensive line. What's going on, Zach Rosen, Ed Oliver? Thank you to everybody for being here. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. More importantly, go into the link in that description and subscribe to Baddog Sports. We're getting this on. We took a bye week, guys. We took a bye week like the Giants did.
Yes.
We needed some, and Clock says the Gettleman equals elephant farts.
Clock's freaking hates Dave Gettleman. Hates him.
Yeah. He's definitely one of those guys. Ed Oliver, he's a content creator, right? He's a
Ed Oliver. I'm actually, when we play the Redskins, I'm gonna have Ed Oliver on my channel. I love Ed Oliver, man.
Yeah.
He's a really good content creator. So we have that plan when we do play the Redskins again. I want Ed Oliver on the channel so we can talk about the game because I haven't got a chance to work with him yet. So I know he's down for it. It's gonna be that'll be fun.
That'll be the toilet bowl right there.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. I hope the Redskins. Well, no, I can't say that. They're gonna take Chase Young from us though.
I see my man who's Mark's in here. What a horrible Knicks loss tonight, by the way, Mark.
Oh God, who's Marcus here for the
17-point lead. I'm watching it at work. They had a 17-point lead. They blew it in
in
Philly.
the third quarter? I told you. Not to get off the Giants here, but nobody blows leads like the Knicks. We've been doing this for 10 years. We're up by 23 in the third quarter, we blow it. You're up by 31 in the fourth quarter, we blow it. I thought we didn't blow the game against the Cavs. I thought that might happen too.
Right.
Every time someone goes down the court, they always hit the damn three. Always. Because we don't play any perimeter defense. So they got to knock down the threes. And then, of course, we come back there forcing shots. Can't hit anything. Can't hit free throws. Stupid fouls. Let Joel Embiid hit a three down the street. I mean, come on.
The life of a New York Knicks fan.
Oh.
The life of a New York sports fan. You made a video on that too. I mean, it's been brutal to be a New York sports fan as of late. But yeah, as far as the Giants go, I think he has a legitimate shot to beat that record. He needs 13 over his last 6 games. It will not be easy. You're playing the Eagles twice, who have a pretty good defense. You're playing the Bears, who have a very good defense, who I'm really worried about this week.
And the Packers have a pretty good defense.
Yeah, average. And then 2 cupcakes. But he's going to be close. I'm going to say he gets a little less. I'll say he gets 10. Probably finishes with about 23 or so, somewhere in that range, or 25 or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Caesar Munoz, thank you so much, man, for the love. $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, it's okay, Baddog. That's why you got the Lakers. Well, he's a Knicks fan.
I'm a Knicks fan. I just covered the Lakers.
He just covers the Lakers. What's up, Gangrene David, man? We got to meet him at the game, too. I don't know if we
did. And I'm a big fan of Gangrene David, man.
Yeah.
It's
great kid.
Cool to meet.
Such a great kid.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a great experience. Even though he's a Jet fan, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I don't hate the Jets. It'd be one thing if he was a Cowboy fan, but he's a Jets fan. We played them once every 4 years. I'm not worried about the Jets.
Yeah. And I was looking over. Chris Leon, man, thank you so much for the super sticker, a little fist bump. Thank you so much, man, for the love, man. I appreciate that. They love the super stickers on my channel.
They do.
What's going on?
I got them now too, so it's good.
What's going on, Rudy T? Tanner Chambers, thank you so much for the love, man. $2 super chat. You can forget about it. What's up, guys? Let's go, Miami Heat. Only team I got. Miami Heat been surprising Tanner Chambers this year. I tell you, Eric Spoelstra is a great coach.
He's doing all right. Yeah, he got a lot of heat when he had the super team down there and they weren't really doing well. I will say this: I am 10-0 when I stream the Lakers. They did beat the Heat one of those games. I am 10-0.
You know what? I don't mean to toot my own horn, and we're gonna get back to the Giants in a second. The Knicks this year have 4 wins. I've streamed 6 Knicks games. They're 4-2. When I don't stream, they're 0-9.
Damn, you need to stream more Knicks games, man.
Yeah.
You need to, the Lakers are good. The Knicks stink, so you really got it. You got to stream more Knicks games.
Yeah, I got to stream every Knicks game possible. They need to have me.
You should have just went live after they had a 17-point lead. We would have held on to it.
Exactly. I should have went live from work.
Why not? Excuse me, guys. I got to make sure the Knicks win tonight. I got to go live.
But thank you guys for being here. But yeah, getting back to the second half of the season. Obviously, this week we've got the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears a little banged up, especially on the offensive end. They still have that very good defense. We can say what we want. We called the Bears this year, by the way. We said they were going to underachieve. We both had them finishing outside of the top, outside of the playoffs.
Third.
Yeah.
Third in the division,
and so they definitely underachieved, and they might finish 4th in the division. Who knows? But probably not with Stafford going down. But this is a game where I think we actually have a legitimate chance to win with Trubisky out. It may be an improvement for the Bears. Who knows? But I'm not picking it. But I think the Giants actually have a shot to win. If there's a game, I'll say this. If there's a game outside of the 2 cupcakes that they could win, it would be this one.
Yeah, I agree. We beat them last year in the same scenario. We had Eli Manning at quarterback. Not that Eli did Saquon Barkley had the big game last year. But Trubisky hurt or they just bench him?
They're saying he's hurt. We'll see.
He's terrible.
He is awful.
He's awful.
Yeah.
That's one of the we've talked about this. That's one of the worst trades ever. To trade up to 2 for no reason to get Mitch Trubisky when Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes are there. You could have traded back, got more picks, and picked one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, it made no sense whatsoever. And when it's all said and done, that could go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history.
I don't know how that GM still has his job.
Yeah, that trade is up. Because if they just take Mahomes there, or if they just take Watson there, they probably win a Super Bowl.
They probably did. If they have Mahomes, they win a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And here's a thought. Here's a thought I was thinking yesterday, and it probably won't happen. But let's say Eli wants to stay, play another year. Chicago, does it make sense?
What do they do with Trubisky?
Well, I don't think Trubisky's starting there next year. I think they're moving on from Trubisky.
They have to. He's terrible. But I mean,
1 year contract.
It could. They could draft the quarterback and have Eli play next year.
No, I was just thinking it's possible. A lot of people say Cam Newton, but who knows if the Panthers even move on from Cam Newton? You know, so I think the Bears should move on from Trubisky because they kind of have a limited window. They have some older players on their defense. They're not the youngest team in the world. I think they should get a more experienced quarterback if they have an opportunity. Let's say the Jaguars want to trade him Nick Foles. That could make sense too with Minshew. You take on that contract, maybe that's possible as well.
Yeah, I don't know what their cap situation looks like, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think Minshew's that good. I watched Minshew play. I mean, his first couple of games he was great, but I watched him play that game in London, and he didn't impress me much at all.
Yeah, he's got a nice mustache.
That mustache is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna knock that. That's boss. That's boss right there. Lip moss boss.
but as far as this game goes, I mean, we say the same thing every week, but I'm excited to see Julian Love. He's supposed to be getting the start, so that'll be fun to see him. Hopefully, Sam Beal gets some time.
Yes.
We'll see if Gates gets time. We'll see if Solder comes back after the concussion. I worry about Daniel Jones' health in this game. With that banged up offensive line, I worry about Daniel Jones' health in this game because with that defense, I could see Khalil Mack having a 3, 4, 5 sack type game.
And again, this goes back to coaching, and I worry about Pat Shurmur because he's a damn idiot, and I can't stand him. You have to implement the game plan here where Daniel Jones is getting that ball out quick. You can't have him hold on. Like Ben McAdoo did with Eli Manning when he just implemented that 3-5-step drop, bang, get the ball out quick slants. Giants got to do that. You cannot have Daniel Jones taking 5 and 7-step drops and sitting back there because he's going to get wrecked. He's got to get rid of the ball fast. I mean, we're talking 2 seconds tops, bang, get rid of it. Otherwise, he is going to get killed.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tanny Cham. I really appreciate that. $1 super chat, dribbling and bibbling. I really appreciate that. And absolutely, Chad. Going back to Julian Love, Bethea is garbage as garbage gets this year. He's been really bad. And Nate Solder is confirmed is not playing. I didn't get a chance to look yet, but I guess that is confirmed this year. Yeah, Mack has 5.5 sacks this season, Giants kid. He might have another 5.5 tomorrow on Sunday.
He could.
But with this Giants offensive line, but I agree. You got to get the ball out quick, and you have to stick to the ground game. Yeah.
That, and you also have to throw screens. You have to run counters. You have to do things to offset an aggressive defense. This is things Pat Shurmur just doesn't understand. Now, I know we don't set up the screen very well, but the last couple of weeks they have done screens better. I mean, when we were at the Jets game, we saw the screen to Golden Tate that went 70 yards. You know, the week before against the Cowboys, we saw a screen to Barkley that went 70 yards. So they are starting to set it up better, but screen passes against aggressive defenses will definitely slow them down, and you can burn them with that type of stuff. Or like I said, counters, misdirections, that type of thing. I want to see, and again, it doesn't matter what the hell the defense is, because if Daniel Jones is running, you know, obviously he can get hit, but these are teams you're supposed to run those RPOs against. People sell out against Saquon Barkley. We had an opportunity against the Cowboys. You watched them sell out against Saquon. You watched the Jets sell out against Saquon Barkley. If you just, when we're inside especially the Cowboy game, we're inside the 20, 6 times inside the red zone? That's the perfect opportunity to run an RPO because they're all looking for Barkley.
Right.
And we saw Daniel Jones, the first touchdown he ever scored in his career was an RPO, and I called it. I said, perfect opportunity for him to run the RPO and score a touchdown. That's exactly what he did. So
they need to use that more, especially against the defense like that. Well, defenses continue to play. It doesn't matter who it is. They all blitz because they all know that Daniel Jones struggles with that, and you have to come up with things like that: misdirection plays, RPOs, play action rollouts. And I want to see him under center. We say that every week. We want to see the I formation open up the play action rollout.
Yeah.
And another guy I'm really looking forward to for the last 6 games, really, is Darius Slade. This kid, what a steal, Baddog. I mean, this guy, the sky's the limit. I mean, he could be a top 10 receiver in this league.
I'll tell you what, I love the chemistry between DJ and Darius Slayton. I mean, it's really good. That's why when people are talking about, you know, should we draft Jerry Jeudy? No. There's no way listen, the game is still won in the trenches. We are going either Chase Young or we're going Andrew Thomas. Those are the guys the Giants have got to look at. It's those two guys.
Right.
Because you need that guy on defense. You need that playmaker on defense, the guy that can turn a game around, the guy that can get the big sack. You also need a left tackle that can protect your quarterback, and that's what Nate Solder hasn't been that guy, but that's why Gettleman's kind of in the middle with what he's done. A lot of his, a lot of his free agent signings just haven't panned out. But I don't know how anybody can get on him for his draft picks. I think he's done a really good job. I mean, Saquon Barkley was the best running back in the league last year. He's been hurt this year. Daniel Jones has been a really good surprise. He's got the most passing touchdowns of any rookie out there. He's played 2 less games than all the other ones. And really none of those other rookies look good except for Kyler Murray, and that's my boy. But, yeah.
Well, Will Hernandez has been solid. Yep. A lot of guys. Lorenzo Carter, I was shocked. I did a video on it today. I was shocked. Nicky Sav, one of my subscribers, pointed out to me, he ranks as the second best outside linebacker in football in pass coverage. I was shocked by that. So Lorenzo Carter has been solid, I suppose. Dexter Lawrence has been great. DeAndre Baker has been freaking awful. If you want to get on for one guy, it's him. But,
right, well, you don't know the playbook.
Yeah, you can attribute some of that to the coaching.
I mean, come on, man, that's coaching. Let's give the. I mean, what the hell is he supposed to do? Zemenies hasn't seen the field a lot, but it seems like he's made an impact. Brian Conley was great before he got hurt.
Conley needs to play next year. We need him back, and he needs. I want to see him start next year. I like Conley a lot. I mean,
think about that. So Conley was a 5th-round pick, and so was Slate. And look at the impact they made on each side of the ball. And then, I mean, R.J. McIntosh, when he's had an opportunity, he's also made another 5th-round pick. So I think Gettleman's done a damn good. And B.J. Hill, I think he's done a damn good job. I mean, these guys are so young. And that's why I always talk about I worry about Pat Shurmur. I want a guy that can mold these young guys into – because I feel like they have talent. And I always say maybe I'm thinking with my heart and not my head. Maybe they're not talented. Maybe I just want to see something that's really not there. But I see flashes of what these guys can do. I'm saying there is talent there. You need a guy that can get the most out of the talent. I don't know if this coaching staff's the one that does it. That's why I get on Pat Shurmur so much. It's not even so much as play calling, which is definitely mind-boggling sometimes, but his preparation, getting his guys prepared. We're always getting blown off the ball right at the first quarter. We're always way behind.
Preparation has been a big problem. That's a great point you bring up because it seems like the last 3 games probably we're down by double digits right out of the gate. Yeah, and it's happened at the Jet game. It happened at the game probably before. It seems
Arizona.
Like
Arizona happened in Detroit.
And Detroit, yeah. So it just seems
Dallas was the only game that we came out and actually got a lead, and then we couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, both Dallas games we scored first in the first Dallas game too. But it just seems like that we aren't prepared. We don't come out with a good game plan, and we don't make good adjustments after the second half. After the first half. So. Yeah, coaching is definitely part of the problem. Make no mistakes about it. A lot of people, yourself included, are calling for Shurmur's job. My only worry is I don't see a coach wanting to come here. A top-tier coach with the current state of affairs. So that's
Matt Patricia was the guy that they wanted, and he turned him down. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't really know how that works. I mean, I've heard a lot of names. Gary Kubiak's a name I've heard. I'm like, that wouldn't be a bad choice. Josh McDaniels. That wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah, I would like Josh McDaniels.
So, I mean, who knows? It'll be interesting. I don't think they're going to get rid of Shurmur unless, like I said, if they tank it and go 2-14, or they lose it to Dolphins, or they lose it to Redskins. They finish 2-14, 3-13, maybe.
If they lose to Miami, I think it becomes a possibility.
Yeah. Definitely. And I mean, I'll say this. I always say I can't root against my team. I don't have it in me. But I'm telling you right now, if it meant we would lose this coaching staff, if we just lost the rest of the games and picked first or second, there's a part of me that sit there and go, just let it to hell happen so we can just get – I can't stand this coaching staff. I hate it. I hate it. We are 7-19 with him there. And that's no good. This team just doesn't show improvement. I knew we weren't going to be good.
Right.
I had us going 7-9. But losing to the Jets, man, losing to the Cardinals. And I know the Cardinals are a lot better, but when you have a West Coast team flying to the East Coast playing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you can't lose that game.
Yeah. And a lot of these games, we haven't even been that close. I mean, that game, I guess we lost by 7 to them, 6 to the Lions. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems like we're always playing from behind.
Because we don't prepare.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Oh, thank you so much, GQ Boys, for the $5 super chat. Benzanese says, my dream offensive line for next year is Andrew Thomas, Hernandez, anybody but Jalapeno, Zeitler, and Conklin.
It could happen.
It could happen. It definitely could happen. And Conklin is a guy. I made a video on Conklin, and a lot of people said you got to wait another year with the ACL injury. It takes 2 years for him to get his full strength back with that injury. So, because Conklin this year is not near what he was. His first year, he had an 88 or 89 grade per PFF. This year, he's 70. But maybe another year recovered. Maybe he gets back to that form, and maybe the Giants think he's worth a shot. He's still young. He's 26 years old. And he's by far the most attractive guy on the market. When you look at the tackles available, when you factor in age, we'll see if he's available. If the Giants do decide to give him a 3 or 4 year contract, we'll see. But Thomas is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, Thomas, like I said, we don't get Chase Young. I think Andrew Thomas is definitely the guy. I don't know how you pass on him. I think Gettleman definitely he addressed the defense in this year's draft. I think he's going to address that offensive line because he didn't address it in the draft. I mean, not till the 7th round, and that guy's not even on the team anymore. So I think there's no doubt he goes offensive trenches this year. He likes his hog mollies. Mike Remmers is here on a 1-year deal. Solder's been awful. So, if nothing else, they could sign Conklin. They could draft Thomas. I don't know what you do with Solder, but I don't know what they would do with Solder. That's the thing. Maybe they just cut ties and eat the cap.
They could cut him, but you only save $6.5 million. You eat 13. That's a lot.
I mean, but they ate the money with Beckham this year. So
yeah, it's possible.
They can afford it.
Yeah, I won't rule it out. But Jalapeno absolutely needs to be addressed. And by the way, we're going to get to the chat. If you guys are new to this format, probably in about 10 minutes, we're going to get to the chat. But Jalapeno is a complete mess in the center. I remember there was one game in particular where, I mean, the guys were going right up the middle. It didn't even look like he was blocking them. It was the game where Barkley was missing blocks. Jalapeo's been really bad at the center position.
Yeah, he sucks too.
Yeah.
Maybe they go Creed Humphrey there to get him from Oklahoma. Yeah. Creed Humphrey and Andrew Thomas. There we go.
I could see them going center in the 2nd or 3rd round in this year's draft. It wouldn't shock me at all.
Could. I don't know if Creed Humphrey falls in the 2nd round, but I mean, why not? You might listen, man. You got a rookie quarterback in Daniel Jones. You got a 2nd-year running back in Saquon Barkley. You want to protect these guys. You and I talked about this with the Jets. You bought a Ferrari. You didn't buy the insurance for the Ferrari.
Right.
Okay, so the Ferrari's crashed up and banged up. Now, Darnold played well against the Redskins. Who doesn't? And he played well against the Giants. Who doesn't?
Right.
So
right.
I know they played better, but Darnold has struggled. There's no doubt about that. And it's because their offensive line stinks. And Le'Veon Bell, we try to tell him, you're not going to get Pittsburgh Le'Veon Bell behind that line. Their line sucks. So you have the money now. You can have the draft picks. This is when you do go out and we're going left tackle. We're going to get Andrew Thomas. We're going to draft the center. We're going to draft another line. If they take 3 linemen out of this draft, I'm not saying they're first 3 picks, but if they go linemen the first 2 rounds, that's not going to make me mad at all. I think you have to build that line like Dallas did. They got their line, and then they added Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. And then they
built in the trenches. We say it all the time.
So we went the other way. We got a running back quarterback. Now it's time to put the insurance around him, man. Build the wall around those guys. Yeah. Because you got a Maserati and a Ferrari back there, but if you're letting freaking traffic go right through the damn thing and crash into your cars, you're going to get banged up. That's what happened to Saquon Barkley. So they got to protect him. And like I said, if we get a couple rookies and sign Conklin just to get as much depth there at line as we can, I'm all for it. We need an offensive line here. I know our defense sucks, but I have a lot I think that's just because there's so many young guys there, and I think Fletcher is terrible.
Yeah, they're young. They need pieces. They need pieces, but they're young. Chase Young, though, I think is a can't miss. You got to take him if he's there when you pick.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah,
I just don't think he's going to be there. I think he'll go 2nd. Redskins are going to pick 2nd. I think Cincinnati's going to go quarterback. They have to. Finley's not the guy.
And you think Dolphins go quarterback?
I think the Dolphins might pick after us.
It's possible. Honestly. Yeah, it's possible. But now
they're playing better than we are.
Let me ask you a question, though, because I completely agree with what you're saying. You need the Ferrari. You need the offensive line for the Giants. Shouldn't the Redskins think the same way? with Dwayne Haskins, a guy that's not very mobile. They're going to lose their left tackle.
You would, because their offensive line is awful.
So is it possible
Awful.
the Redskins
Right.
take Andrew Thomas over Chase Young?
They're not. I don't know if they're smart enough to do that. I mean, but they could. I mean, they went out and got Montez Sweat, so maybe they decide that they don't go Chase Young. Maybe they do go Andrew Thomas. I'll be very happy with either one of them. And I can tell you this right now. If they don't draft either one of them, I will not react the way we did Daniel Jones. That's not happening.
Yeah.
You probably never see a reaction like that from me again.
Because it was the quarterback. It's the most important position. And
it's because Josh Allen was there.
And Josh Allen was there,
I'll tell you what, Chris. We get Chase Young instead of Josh Allen, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, Chase Young.
Chase Young, ridiculous, man. That guy, I don't remember the last time I saw a dominant college player like that. You cannot block that guy one-on-one. Can't do it.
No, he's a beast. But some of the other mocks I've seen, and I can't believe this. I've seen some mocks that have the Giants going wide receiver at 3 and 4. They going CeeDee Lamb. They're going Jerry Jeudy. I've seen.
Nah, they can't listen, man. Number one, our offense is not terrible. Daniel Jones has 15 touchdowns. Golden Tate has been very good. Darius Slayton's been very good. This is with Sterling Shepard being hurt.
Evan Ingram's a weapon.
Evan Ingram's been hurt too, and Evan Ingram's a weapon. Yeah, right. But I could see them getting rid of Evan Ingram. I don't know what they're going to do with the tight end.
I think he stays one more year.
But they don't need a wide receiver. Those mock drafts, I don't know who the hell has. How does that help? If we were going to do this, I know Beckham made a lot of money, but why the hell would you trade Beckham to draft a Jerry Jeudy? It just doesn't make sense that early when you could either trade back up into the first round or the wide receiver class is very deep this year. Henry Ruggs is he might go first round. I don't know. And of course the combine plays a lot into this and all that. But you got a Henry Ruggs that may fall late first round. T. Higgins is another one that's really good. Like you get T. Higgins probably in the early second round. Because wide receivers don't seem like they go unless they're.
I mean, you look at this year's draft. Paris Campbell was a very good receiver. He dropped to the second round.
Right.
So yeah, it happens every year. Good receivers.
Jerry McLaurin's another one.
McLaurin's third or fourth round, right?
Right. So I mean, you might be able to get a T. Higgins in the second round, but you got a Sterling Shepard in the second round. You got Darius Slayton in the fifth round. They're all out there to be had. I think wide receivers, like I said, with the exception of the elite guys, like a Jerry Jeudy or a CeeDee Lamb, but we're not a CeeDee Lamb away from like the Eagles. That's if they were picking early. That's somewhere they need to go. They need Jerry Jeudy.
I can see the Jets. I can see the Jets going Jerry Jeudy too.
Yeah, they could definitely use that too. But they need offensive line.
Oh, they do. Well, I'm not saying they should do that. I can see the Jets doing it. Yeah. I could see the Redskins doing it. If they weren't picking as high as they're going to be picking, I could see them going Jerry Jeudy. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. But
that's the thing. Most teams that pick that high are not a wide receiver away from. That's why you rarely see wide receivers go top 5. When's the last time a wide receiver went top 5?
I mean, that's a great question. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know Keyshawn went 1 overall, but we're going all the way back to 96.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else was a top 5 wide receiver. Well, no, the Lions took a couple. Mike Williams, was he a top third?
Yeah. Well, and then think about how bad the Lions were for all those years. They took a wide receiver like the 4 years in a row.
Yeah. What about
Charles Rogers was one. Mike Williams. Was not Mike. Roy Williams. They all sucked.
Yeah.
They all sucked.
Yeah, they did.
Except for Calvin Johnson.
Was Fitzgerald top 5?
He
might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah, he might have been. But not many, though. Not many.
Corey Davis was 4th overall. Wow. I don't even remember Corey Davis going 4th overall.
Calvin Johnson. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Julio Jones, they traded up to get him.
Green.
Yeah, there's a couple. It does happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, Amari Cooper was top 5. But, okay, so look at all those teams, though. The Lions sucked. The Raiders sucked. None of those names you just mentioned, none of those teams are any good. They're not championship contenders. Teams that take a wide receiver top 5 usually are not, unless they just have it like the Patriots when they lost, although they were 11-5 that year. But say your quarterback goes down for a year, and you end up, but you're 13-3, then your quarterback goes down. and you end up being 3-13 because you lost your starting quarterback, but he's coming back. Then maybe you
Well, that's
say
a different situation. Yeah.
that's a different story. But your Cincinnati's not winning with a wide receiver. Washington's not winning with a wide receiver. The Giants are not winning with a wide receiver. The Jets are not winning with a wide receiver. We're this bad because we have so many other spots that are much more important than wide receiver that need to be fixed. I mean,
and we've proven this year you can get one in the. I mean, you're not always, but we got a hopefully for the foreseeable future, a very productive wide receiver in the 5th round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you never know.
You look at Victor Cruz; he went undrafted.
Right. I'm saying you can find really good wide receivers. I mean, Jerry Rice wasn't a top 5 receiver.
Yeah.
So you can find them. They're out there for sure. Now, one thing I'm curious. Say Andrew Franklin. It doesn't suck. We have to talk about the draft. We're not even at Thanksgiving yet, and we got to talk
every
about
year. I mean, we're 2-8 though. I mean, what? I mean, we could talk about the Bears game. It's a game that doesn't really mean much for either team. The Bears are out of it too.
The only thing that matters to us is I told Josh we were going to kick their ass, and now I don't even believe that myself. But this is a question I have. If say Chase Young and Andrew Thomas are both gone, I don't know where we go there. I have to do more research, but we need a safety. Is it possible you trade back to acquire picks and take Grant Delpit because he's not going to go top 5?
Yeah, that's a possibility. You could take Delpit. You could trade back for a CeeDee Lamb.
Or do you think that he would trade up to get Chase Young?
If you could find a partner. I mean, a team that needs a quarterback is probably not trading back. And maybe Washington, if they really want to take Thomas, maybe they would. I don't know. It's gonna be. But are they going to trade within division? They give you Chase Young. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it. But when you look at the surrounding teams, though, I think the Giants will finish no lower than 4th. That's my prediction. When you look at the remaining schedule for the Jets have a very soft schedule. They're behind us. I think the Giants will be picking between 2 and 4. I think that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, obviously we play the Dolphins and the Redskins. So those are 2 teams that are picking ahead of us right now, but they could end up with better records. I don't think the Redskins will. I think the Redskins are really bad.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins are playing a lot better. I think the Dolphins could beat us, and that's no bullshit. I think they could. They're playing better than we are.
They beat the Jets. We lost to the Jets.
Yep. So the Jets beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
How the hell that happened? The Jets are 3-0 in the division, by the way. They're 3-0 against the NFC East.
Yeah, they should change divisions. They should.
And I really hope they kick the hell out of the Eagles. I just finish it off. Just sweep the division.
That just goes to show you, NFC East fans, whether you're a Cowboy fan, if you're an Eagle fan, Giant fan, that tells you all you need to know about our division.
Our division's bad.
The New York Jets won 3 games in it.
Yep. That's the only 3 games they've won all year. Our division.
That's all you need to know about our division. Yeah.
Oh, they already played the Eagles. I don't even remember. The Eagles beat the Jets. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that game.
Yeah, they're 3-1 in the division, though.
All right, 3-1. No, I don't even remember them playing the Eagles. Shows you how much I watch the damn Jets.
So there you go. That tells you all you need to know about what's going on, Josh Satori. Stand up. But yeah, guys, go ahead, ask your questions. It's 11:04. We'll talk with you guys for about an hour. Always love doing the show. By the way, anybody that may be new, if you haven't done so, please go into the link in the description and subscribe to Baddog Sports. We do this every Wednesday. It'll be on his channel next week, and we'll be doing the Giants game here this week, and then going to his the following week. It's hard to let that settle in, Gil Soto. What are you referring to, Gil Soto?
Yeah.
Giants are number 3 on the draft board, right? Yes, they are, because they hold the tiebreaker. A lot of people don't know that. They have the weaker strength of schedule, which is why they got the 3rd pick right now above the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Chris, that rumor you commented on with Denver offering 2 1s for R2, did that come out this week or is it old news? There was an article that came out about a week ago, and it's just a rumor. There's nothing concrete about it. But there was an article that came out about a week ago that Gettleman was, in fact, offered 2 first-round picks from the Broncos for the 2nd overall pick. 2 first-round, that year's first, so the 5 and a future first, along with like a 2nd or 3rd. I can't
for the year he took Barkley?
For the year we took Barkley. So we would have moved down to 5, gotten Quentin Nelson, and or 6 or whatever it was. And
I can't imagine that's true.
Yeah, it's just a rumor. Nothing. It's not.
I can't imagine that's true. There's no way that he would have taken Barkley if that was offered.
Well, the
what was Denver trading up for?
quarterback. They would have traded up for Darnold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't then. Well, Barkley would have ended up with Cleveland because the Jets weren't going to take him.
Right.
Actually, I wonder what the Jets would have done if Darnold was off the board.
Well, maybe they would have went Rosen. Who knows? But they were going quarterback. In that scenario. And then the Jets would have still went quarterback.
But I can't see that. I can't see Gettleman not doing that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have made any sense.
I see.
Especially because you could have had Quentin Nelson. You could have also had Bradley Chubb. I mean, those are two guys that were going to be there.
Yeah, I agree with you. He should, if that rumor is true, he should have done it. Rudy with a question. He says, any examples of head coaches that had bad starts but made a serious turnaround? I'm sure there's some. If I think
Tom Coughlin.
Tom Coughlin. He had a 5-win season his first year, 5 or 6-win season his first year. I'm sure there's others. Trying to think off the top of my head, guys that are really successful coaches.
Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells had a terrible rookie. He was 3-12-1 in '83.
There you go.
And then he won the Super Bowl 3 years later. He's one of the greatest coaches ever.
There you go. So our two coaches that won Super Bowls.
I don't know how good Bill Belichick was his first year.
Well, he was bad
either.
with the Browns, but he didn't turn it around with the Browns.
Well, the Browns were in the. I don't know if they made the playoffs the last year there, or they were close.
Yeah, they won 9 games, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure you could find some for sure. Belichick got fired. Yeah, he got fired.
Oh, Chuck Noll's another one, man. Chuck Noll was terrible with the Steelers for years, and then they ended up winning 4 Super Bowls. Chuck Noll was 1-13 his first year there. I think that was either 69 or 70, and then the Steelers ended up being the best team of the 70s. So Chuck Noll's another one that started off really bad. It happens.
Jimmy Johnson, there's another good one. Joseph Sandberg, after they made that trade to acquire all those players for Herschel Walker. But, I mean, that's that. Who were the 2 teams we just said? We said Chuck Noll with the Steelers, and then we said 2 former Giants coaches. Well, what do those 2 organizations have in common? Their stability. They're all about riding it out, sticking with the coach, sticking with the general manager, which is why Pat Shermer's going to be here.
Well, you got to remember something, though. They stuck with Ray Handley for 2 years. Giants did. 91 and 92, he was gone. They brought in Dan Reeves.
Yeah.
Dan Reeves was here for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then they brought in Fossil. And Fossil was here for a while because we made a Super Bowl.
7 or 8 years, right? 7.
Yeah, Fossil came here in 97, and then he was out in 2004.
Yeah,
so he was here for 7 years.
Yeah. Oh, Josh Latore, thank you so much, man, for the love. $5 super chat. Bends the knees. He says, T-minus 154 days until the draft. We need Chase Young. I cannot believe it's 154 days away. That is a long time. That's going to be a lot.
Half a year.
It's a lot of mock drafts, man.
I can't wait. I'm counting them down because you know what happens when we have the draft? It's warm out, and I'm not sick.
Yeah, we got baseball season.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it snowed here the other day. It's freaking 20 degrees. It's just trash. I hate living up here. Hate it.
It's snowing there already?
It snowed. Yeah, Tuesday, we got probably a couple inches.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned it didn't stick, but it snowed here.
Oh, it's stuck up here. But now it melted because yesterday actually, the day it snowed, it got really warm. It got into the middle 40s. So it's actually supposed to be warm Friday. I think it's supposed to be 50 rain. That'll get rid of it. And then hopefully it's sunny and it dries out so I can go mow the leaves off my lawn because I've been trying to do that. And both times I went to number one, I had a party I had to go to, so I couldn't do it that day. And then another day I tried to do it. It freaking rained. And I'm like, I can't go out there and mow it now. And then, of course, the snow goes over the leaves. Happened to me last year, too. I should just do it at the beginning of November.
You procrastinate a little bit.
I do procrastinate when it comes to that.
You got the snowblower?
No, I shovel.
You got to get the snowblower up there.
Yeah, I've had the snowblower. The hell with it.
Yeah, I hear you.
The hell with it. The freaking carburetor's bad on it. I said, the hell with it. I'll just shovel. I shoveled my whole damn life anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, all right.
It's good exercise. What up, Lawrence? How you doing, man? Lawrence, Trinidad and Tobago in the house.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the stream. And West Coast says, Chris, you ready for the Packers to get exposed by my Niners Sunday night? West Coast, I know you're a Niners fan. We're going to be calling that game on Baddog channel, by the way. I'm really looking forward to that game. I'm a huge Packers guy this year. I'm telling you right now, Packers are going to expose the hell out of the 49ers. I don't care if it's in San Francisco. They are going to expose them. I'm calling it right now. But we'll see. It's going to be a good game. And, what's going on, Ronaldo? How you been, buddy? And you Jamal Adams will boom Saquon Barkley any day. Hashtag for Prez. $2. I think that's Ronaldo. $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, I told the world, Saquon, now it's time for a blunt. What do you mean you told the world about? You told the world. I mean, Saquon's banged up this year. What are you talking about? It's not like Sam Darnold's been great for the Jets.
No, I think he's talking about how Jamal Adams ran him right the hell over and took them.
Oh, is that what he's talking? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he did. He definitely did that. He definitely did boom Saquon Barkley on that play. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, Jamal Adams is great. He might be the best safety in football. He's great.
Thank God the Cowboys didn't get him.
Yeah, he's great. What's going on? I thought I saw Travis. There he is. Travis, yeah. I don't know if you saw. I shouted you out in my Met video today. He asked me to do that. I shouted you out in the Met video. Simmons or Delpit? That's a good question. I like both of them. Depends. Did we trade down? Did we trade up? I would probably go Delpit. I like Delpit a lot, but I like both of those players. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Packers got time to wake up this time on the West Coast as the game is at night. They not partying this time. Packers are going to beat them. You watch. And Afghanistan, thank you for the support. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell. Go into the description. Subscribe to the Bad Diggity Dizzle. I saw that you got your merchandise. You call it Bad Diggity Dizzle or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know why the hell I wrote that down. I don't know why you have to name merchandise. I don't even understand it. Yeah. And I had to name every time I made stuff. I'm like, it tells you to come up with a name. I don't know what the hell to name it. It's Bad Diggity Dizzle. Then there's like the Bad Dog Dizzle. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Just buy the merchandise if you like. Who cares what it's called?
It's the Dizzle.
The Bad Diggity Dizzle.
Clock says, Chris Doggy, great trivia since 1990. One wide receiver was taken 1 overall. I just said it earlier.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson, 1996.
Keyshawn Johnson. Yep.
New York Jets. And in typical Jet fashion, Peyton Manning was supposed to be a Jet, but he didn't come out that year. Jets had the number 1 pick. If Peyton comes out, which a lot of people thought he was gonna, he's the New York Jet. Instead, they end up with Keyshawn Johnson, who starts writing books, throw me the damn ball, and then he's off the Jets.
Yeah. Of course, they drafted Kyle Brady in the first round, so there you go. They're the freaking Jets, man. What the hell can I tell you?
They're like the Mets.
The freaking Jets.
Nothing could go right. Now we got a manager who's going to get suspended.
He should be banned.
We'll see.
That's a whole other live stream.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Don't get started on that shit.
That's a whole other. Giants Pride says, Chris, imagine Josh Allen and Chase Young on the same team. Pray that Gettleman doesn't screw it up again. Josh, yeah, I mean that would be obviously that will not happen. But Josh Allen and Chase Young would have been absurd.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have happened because we would have needed a quarterback regardless. Eli would have been done. I mean, I don't think he screwed it up. I think Daniel Jones is the right pick. I do. I don't. Daniel Jones has been very good this year. I feel like Daniel Jones is going to be very good. He is going to be a very good quarterback. You get the right guys around him.
Yeah, and Dre Mack, man, thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Dre Mack, thank you so much, man, for the $3 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, appreciate you guys doing this every Wednesday. Dre Mack, we appreciate you and everybody in here that tunes in every Wednesday. You guys could easily quit on this team. A lot of Giants fans have. They check out. The team is 2-8. And you guys still are here. You guys still support both of our channels. You guys are phenomenal. I mean, you guys deserve it. We say it all the time. You guys are the reason we do this. I mean, without viewers, if we had 2 people watching the show, we're not doing the show.
Right.
So, John Lucerno, man, the Phillies Ace, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, stand up. And Stella, you guys, Sherman needs to go.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not going to cry if he goes. Let's put it that way. I just want to know.
I will cry tears of joy.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry if he goes. That's for damn sure. And I see sperm cells now. So, yeah, you got to get the right guys around him or else he'll turn into Carson. Oh, you're talking about Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Listen, man, I'm telling you, last 3 games, Daniel Jones has thrown 9 touchdowns. Now, haters going to hate on him. Don't matter. I got guys telling me, he got lucky. Yeah, you get lucky throwing 4 touchdowns in 2 games, right? That's luck. Because so many quarterbacks throw 4 touchdowns over, twice over a 3-game span. And they're like, oh, he did it against mediocre team. Well, like he can help who he plays. I mean, come on. I mean, give me a break. It's just stupid. People are going to hate on, he fumbles too much. Blah, blah, blah. He fumbled all the time at Duke. Somebody told me he had a fumbling problem at Duke. I saw that he fumbled 13 times over 3 years there. That doesn't sound like a fumbling problem to me. But the NFL is different. They go after the ball here. He's got to adjust. Because someone's trying to tell me you can't fix it. You can't fix a fumbling problem. Okay. Well, Tiki Barber seemed to fix it.
Right.
You fix it. Fix it. That's what concerns me. Him not reading a defense or throwing a bad pass or hanging onto the ball too long. That doesn't bother me. He's a rookie. He'll learn. The fumbling bothers me because that's really not rookie mistake. That's your awareness.
Yeah,
He's got
well,
better.
that's his biggest weakness right now is his pocket
Right.
awareness. That for sure.
And because teams know he has that, they really make a concerted effort to go after the ball.
Yeah. Oh, you see it. It's evident. I mean, you saw Jamal Adams is a perfect example where he just ripped the ball out of his hands.
Right out of his hand.
And I see Big Blue for Life had a question I want to get to. He says, I'm not sure who he's talking about with Matt. He says, Chris, would you hire Matt as our next head coach if Shermer is fired? I know you don't be... I know you don't. He will be D. I don't know what you meant by that. But I don't know who you mean by Matt. Big Blue for Life. I wanted to answer that because he's a great subscriber, but I don't know what you mean by Matt. Well, let's see what we got here. Something I noticed is Daniel Jones doesn't wear a glove. I think Sinor, you mentioned that a lot about Daniel Jones and the glove. Chris, I need a crow when the Niners bully them. I'm not gonna crow on my channel. I'll crow on the live stream if they beat them. Who of the? We're still talking about the Packers. Daniel Jones needs to hold onto the ball like my wife holds. Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's always funny, man.
Hello, fellers.
Yeah, hello there, fellers. What's
fellers.
I see Jeffrey Abbey's in the house. What's going on, Jeffrey Abbey?
He hates Daniel Jones, too.
Oh, God, he hates Daniel. Him and
Clocks. Got two of them right there in a row. Jeffrey Abbey and Clocks hate Daniel Jones.
Yeah. And Clock says, if Gettleman takes a wide receiver, will you admit that he sucks elephant farts? If he stays at 3 or 4 and takes a wide receiver, and both, I'll say this, Clocks, if Thomas and Young are both off the board, I will not get on him for taking Judy if they're picking 4. You know, let's say one quarterback goes in the first 3 picks, and Thomas and Young are gone. I'm not going to get on him for taking Judy. But if one of those 2 guys are there and he takes Jerry Judy, yeah, I will get on him. I will say
he's not going to take a wide receiver that early.
Yeah, I don't think he will either. But
he won't. I mean, they traded Beckham. He could have done that this year. He had 3 picks in the first round. He didn't take a wide receiver with any of them picks.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's taking a wide receiver.
And Slayton's shown the ability to be a number 1 receiver, and he's got good chemistry with the quarterback already. So Gettleman's going offensive line in this offseason. He's going to address that. I know he is.
See, New York for Life 12's in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you for popping in. But yeah, no, I agree. Last draft, it made sense to focus on the defense because all you heard about going into the draft was this is the best defensive draft in years. You know, defense. So I completely got why he focused on the defense as much as he did early on in the draft. But this year, it's not that good of a defensive draft. I expect him to address the offensive line early. He's only taken 1 offensive lineman of note in the last 2 years. In the draft. So I think he's going to have to continue to get youthful players on the line. Big Blue in the PA in the house. What's going on, my man? How many in the line will be replaced, KV? Great question.
Well, Remmers is gone.
And I think Jalapeno's gone.
Jalapeno be gone.
I think we'll have 2. I don't think that they'll cut Solder.
I can't see doing that.
Yeah, I think we'll have 2. I think we'll have 2 new offensive linemen next year. Probably 1 from free agency, if I had to guess, and 1 via the draft. Teams with an elite wide receiver don't usually win the Super Bowl, even the pit. Yeah, Chip Kelly, we say that all the time.
They don't.
And if they do, it's usually with the wide receiver on their rookie contract. It's before they hit the
right.
Larry Fitzgerald's a perfect example. They didn't win, but they got to a Super Bowl. Then he got paid.
Yeah, Julio Jones. I mean, they got to a Super Bowl and he was paid.
Yeah, it happens. But I'm sure you could find it. But usually, you do your best with the wide receiver position before they get paid.
See, Clocks, I don't understand this. Like he says, I just hate him at 6. He throws like my sister. Like Daniel Jones's arm strength is not bad. I don't see where his arm strength is a question in any of his throws.
Yeah.
I don't see the arm strength as a question. I see him reading a defense as a question. His ball security is definitely a question. And sometimes I think he forces throws that he shouldn't try to make, but I don't see – he throws that 15-yard out and 2 deep coverage just fine to me. I don't see that. And he definitely throws a really nice deep ball. So I don't see the arm strength.
He's got a tight spiral too.
Something I never had.
Yeah, and Big Blue, now I see the question. I'm going to get to the super chat. You were asking about Matt Ruley. would I see Matt Rule as the next head coach? And he says, I know you don't think he'll be fired. Matt Rule's a guy that a lot of Jet fans wanted last year, and he's done even better this year in college. He will be a guy that people do look at as a potential head coaching hire this year for teams that need jobs. I would not be opposed if they brought in Matt Rule. I don't know if he'd want to come here, but no, I would not be opposed to Matt Rule. And Ligma, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, I just missed it. I got to scroll back up. It was something about prospects that he wants to join.
It says Alton Robinson and Malik Herring in the late rounds.
There you go. I'll tell you, Ligma, he knows his college. Those are two guys I will definitely take a look at. And we'll probably do videos on them in the offseason because I'm going to have a lot of videos on potential late-round prospects. So there you go. There's two names that maybe you want to start looking at, guys. What's going on, T? Since he's got to bend the knees. What's going on, MH? Let's see what we got. Go ahead and ask your questions, guys.
Do you guys think Rivers will always remain mediocre by not accomplishing anything? His talent was wasted. Yeah, he's mediocre. That's what he is.
Do you think Rivers for his career is mediocre?
A lot of empty statistics over there for Rivers.
Mediocre strong. I don't like.
He threw 4 interceptions. I mean,
now he's mediocre.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's the culmination of his career.
Oh, okay.
You have the chance to win the game, throw a bad interception in the end zone. That's Philip Rivers.
Yeah, it's fair to say. Never want to. Oh, thank you so much, man. Travis Conker for the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. He says, "How's it going? My Rangers just won, and I watched the Mets video. Thank you." Yeah, you got it, Travis, man. You were asking me to make that video, so I made it, man. Gonna try to get more Met content up. I know. And yeah, the Rangers are starting to play better. I know the Islanders are playing really well, which is nice.
Yeah, the Rangers aren't terrible. Like I said, the one game I watched with the damn Rangers, they lost 9-1. They gave up like 4 goals in 2 minutes. I go, this is finally they're on MSG because I get the damn Sabres here. I said, oh, good, the Rangers are on, the Knicks aren't on. I'm not streaming tonight. I said, I'll watch the Rangers. 4 goals in like 2 minutes. They gave up 3 goals in like 22 seconds. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? It was Lundqvist's night off. And they had to put Lundqvist in the damn game.
That's why. 9-1.
And then they lost 9-1 anyway. Lundqvist gave up. I don't even know. I turned it off when it was 7-1. I'm like, I'm not watching this crap anymore. So I don't even know if Lundqvist ended up coming out of the game or not. But
wow,
it's terrible. That was bad.
What's going on, Delano? Thanks for popping. Yeah, Delano. I watched that game at work. I was at work during the game. 17-point lead. They blew it, man.
Yep. Of course.
Of course. Yeah. But these days, players have 2 to 3 years, and if you aren't killing it, you will be replaced. Jeffrey Abbey says. I guess he's talking to somebody in the chat, but yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right. Because the way that the NFL is now, you want to get the most out of your players before they hit that second contract.
Right.
So if they're not doing the job after 2 or 3 years, you move on to the next rookie because you don't want to waste the next 2 years before he gets paid big bucks.
Right.
So that's just the way the league is now, Jeffrey. Unfortunately, for younger players, it just doesn't make financial sense. Yeah, Frank was benched. What can we get for linebackers and secondary players in the draft and free agency? Raymond says. Well, in free agency, Schobert's a guy I always mentioned, middle linebacker from the Browns, is going to be the biggest name on the market if he becomes available. I haven't really looked at any other linebackers per se in free agency. Edge rushers, yes, but not and secondary players have not really looked into the secondary yet. I will soon. I'll be looking at safeties and guys like that. Corners, I don't think we're touching, Baddog. We drafted
a ton of corners.
Yeah, but I think we could add a safety in free agency. I think that's a possibility.
They could do that. I mean, it didn't work with Bethea.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Eli had a stronger arm than Peyton, Chip Kelly. Yes. Eli had a stronger arm than Peyton.
He definitely did.
And there's a guy, perfect example. People say Daniel Jones has no arm strength. Well, Peyton Manning didn't have a lot of arm strength either.
Peyton Manning
He's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Peyton Manning had brain strength.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
You do not need a super strong arm. You look at Kaepernick. That guy had one of the strongest arms I've ever seen in my life.
Josh Allen.
Michael Vick's another one.
Josh Allen on the Bills.
Arm strength doesn't mean anything. You can't read defenses. Or you're inaccurate.
Listen, every time I hear about, most of the time when you hear about, and I see it, I said it, I was streaming the game the other day, Josh Allen has zip. But every time you hear about a quarterback who has supreme arm strength, a lot of the times they fail. Jay Cutler, everybody raved about his arm. Matt Stafford, not that he's failed, but he hasn't. Everybody raved about his arm. Colin Kaepernick, everybody raved about his arm. Michael Vick, not that he failed, but these guys aren't top 10 quarterbacks ever. Now, there are some up there. Brett Favre had a great arm. John Elway had a great arm. So
Yeah, John Elway had a rocket. If someone said who's the greatest ringless quarterback, Dan Marino. That's not even close.
That's not even a debate.
He's easily the best quarterback that never won a ring. And there's another guy that had a rifle.
Yeah.
And the quickest release I think I've ever seen in my life from a quarterback was Dan Marino.
Jim Kelly probably second for ringless quarterbacks.
Yeah, I could see Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Is that? I'd have to go.
You got McNabb, you got Rivers, you got Moon.
Tarkenton's one. He's a really good quarterback in the 70s. He never won a ring.
What's his name? The guy, Fouts, another one.
Yep, Fouts. Fouts is really good. So, yeah, there's some good. But Marino, by far, I think is
the best. The best. Warren Moon had a cannon. Patrick Mahomes' arm is ridiculous. What's going on, Isaiah? Thank you. Romo's another good example. A good call there.
Yep, that's true, too.
Randall Cunningham.
Yep, Cunningham was really good. Do you think Chase Young can play both 3-4 and 4-3? I'm just going to say this, Chad. If the Giants draft Chase Young, you're not going to see James Betcher there. And the Giants will go back to a 4-3. And that's what I think is going to happen. Because, yes, you're right. I mean, Ohio State plays a 4-3 defense. I do think Chase Young could play either one. I think
he definitely can. He definitely can.
But I would be surprised if Betcher's back. If anyone takes a fall, it's going to be Betcher.
Yeah, there's going to be a fall guy. If this team goes 3-13 and Shermer's not replaced, there's going to be a fall guy. Maybe it'll just be the OC, but something tells me Betcher could very well be let go this year. Yeah. I could be wrong, but,
West Coast, the 2019 Giants are way worse. The 2016 Giants made the playoffs. They were 11-5.
Who has that? Oh, maybe you meant 2017?
2007. This team is worse.
2017 to me, since I've been watching the Giants, and I haven't been watching as long as you, was the most disappointing Giants team in my life. Going into the year, the expectations we had, what they finished with. Probably the most disappointing season of any team I root for ever, based on preseason expectations.
They were all hurt.
Too many.
Everybody was hurt that
year. Fell apart.
Everybody was hurt. That's why I think this team's worse, because this team has been pretty healthy for the most part. I mean, I know we lost Saquon there for a while, but
a lot of our weapons have been.
Wide receiver. I mean, Corey Coleman started off with a torn ACL, but I feel like that
we're young. Yeah, that team was established veterans coming off an 11-5 year, so it's just a completely different. I'm trying to think
if that's the worst. Like the biggest disappointment for me. I don't know. I mean, 91 was pretty disappointing. I mean, you come off a Super Bowl. 87 was disappointing. They were bad. Now, I know they had replacement players. They lost all the games the replacement players played, which actually counted. But even you take those away, I think the Giants were 6-6-1 or 6-6. That wasn't. 87 was really disappointing. Good stuff. 2017 was disappointing.
It's up there. I mean, 11-5. You come in with Super Bowl aspirations. You win 3 games. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, literally, you had a rookie coach who went 11-5. He got fired the next year.
Yeah.
That's how disappointing it was. And you had the whole Eli thing on top.
The team quit on him.
Yeah, the cherry on top. Any chance I see you guys in Vegas for the draft when I go? I am thinking about it, King Badger. It's not definite yet, but I'm definitely.
You will not see me.
Baddog's gonna relax on the what's the couch called again? The casting couch. Yeah.
I got a wife and a kid. I'm not going to Vegas. That's not happening.
Yeah,
although DWG keeps saying, "Am I get you a sponsor?" I'm like, no, it's not happening.
Take it. You gotta hang out with the wife or kid. Are the Giants?
I'll just stream it from here.
Yeah, I may very well do that too, but I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it. Are the Giants O-line problems? What did it say? Are the Giants O-line problems more on the coach, more on bad drafting or bad coaching? I think it's
they only got one guy they drafted on the line there.
Yeah, maybe he means over the course of the last 7 years. They drafted very poorly, obviously, with Pugh, Flowers.
Richburg,
all their free agents. Do you remember Jeff Schwartz? Oh my God,
Jesus, terrible.
So I mean,
you can't find anybody to freaking play offensive line for this team. It's offensive, to say the least.
Yeah, but maybe that's a great point though. He brings up maybe the coaching does have a lot to do with it. The offensive line coaches, whatever. I mean, that could have something to do with it. I mean, you look at Eric Flowers; he's been better in Washington.
But he's a guard there.
Which is where he should have been playing here.
Yeah.
Just
like Pugh, they drafted him as a tackle. He was awful. He was awful at right tackle. And they moved him to guard where he should have been anyway.
He played pretty well.
And he played okay. He wasn't great. They should have drafted Tyler Eifert that year. That was stupid. And then, of course, Flowers. The Giants were the only team to project him as a left tackle. And I say it all the time. The only reason that they drafted him is because the Redskins took Brandon Sheriff, which was the guy the Giants wanted. And Jerry Reese never knew how to outwork a team. And everybody always knew what the Giants were going to do, so they always went up and stole their players. Perfect example, Bears trade up to get Leonard Floyd. Titans trade up to get Jack Conklin. And we end up with Eli Apple. So... because Jerry Reese never traded up in his entire career in the first round. Never. So
there you go.
Dave Gettleman hasn't had to do it with the Giants because we really can't get up any higher than we draft with him, so we ain't got to worry about that. But he did trade up to get Christian McCaffrey, who ended up being pretty damn good.
Yeah, and Rich Berg, I'll give you another guy, by the way. West Coast says that Rich Berg's been pretty good. Rich Berg wasn't horrible for us. GQ Boys, I'll get that in 1 second. I just thought of offensive line. Remember DJ Fluker? We brought him in for a...
There you go. Yep.
He's been good now since he left, though. So maybe that does have something to do. I don't, it's a good point he brings up.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's all scheme anyway, and you got really bad head coaches. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. And,
our offensive line wasn't this bad when Coughlin was here.
Yeah. And GQ Boys, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Ben Denise says, my dream defensive line for next year in a 4-3 defense is Chase Young, Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Yannick, and oh my God. If you get me Chase Young and Ngakoue, and you got Leonard Williams and Lawrence in the middle, that is dangerous. That would be ridiculous. I don't know, because I personally think the Jaguars are probably going to franchise tag Ngakoue. He's still young, and he's got a lot of talent. But that, to me, is the best pass.
But he's expendable.
He is expendable. So that's a guy that he fits the mold. He's young. I would love for the Giants to go out there and get him. He's probably the guy that I want most because I don't see Clowney.
So they can get Ngakoue and they can get Schobert, but they have money to do this.
And they're young. They're both young.
Right.
Yeah.
And they draft Chase Young. Then maybe your defense is something.
Yeah.
We'll see. They're going to have a lot of options. That's why this year, this is Gettleman's year. Shermer, maybe he don't get into 2020. I wish he didn't. But if Gettleman can't get this team improved with all these draft picks and these high draft picks this year and 80 million, 90 million in cap space, whatever ends up being, you can't see a big and I'm not talking we're 3-13 this year and we go 6-10 or 7-9. I'm talking a winning season. I'm talking at least 9-7 next year. Gettleman may be on his way out too.
Yeah, no. Next, if the Giants aren't at least competitive next year, Gettleman.
They got to be 9. They have to have a winning record. 8-8's not good enough. They have got to. You've built this core now. You've got your quarterback. You've got your running back. You got all these picks. You got all this money.
Yep.
You've already taken care of your defense with all these young guys. You better do something.
We got to be playing competitive football.
Start defensive players. What's that?
We got to be competitive in December.
Yeah, we can't be doing this show next year talking about the draft before Thanksgiving again.
I don't want to be talking about the draft next year until after February 6th or whatever day the Super Bowl's on. That's my hope.
That's my hope, but at least get us into January.
Yeah,
before we talk about the damn draft.
I am sick. I mean, I've only been on YouTube now for 2 years, and it's the second straight year where I got to start talking about the draft before the year's over. I mean, I love talking about the draft. It's fun to talk about, but I want to talk about it at the right time.
This is the third straight year that the Yankee season lasted longer than the Giants season. Third straight year. Yankees were in October every year. The Giants were done in October every freaking year.
And the Knicks were done in October before the year even started.
The Knicks were done in September. They suck. I don't even know what to say about them. I can't believe they freaking blew that lead tonight, man. How the hell does this happen?
It's New York,
It's
man.
happened for years. Different GMs, different coaches. It doesn't matter.
It's the uniform.
22-point lead. Blow it.
Yeah, it's the uniform.
Because nobody makes a shot. The Knicks have never, since I can remember, well, not since I can remember, but since Melo left, I guess, really. They don't have a go-to guy. There's not one guy and go, Randall, take it. We know you can take over the game. Morris, take it. You can take over the game. Barrett, there's no guy that they go to and say, take it over.
You
There's
hope,
no one.
you hope Barrett becomes that guy. You hope Barrett becomes that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the Lakers have LeBron, the Mavericks have Luka. You got Kawhi over with the Clippers. You always had that guy you could go to. The Knicks don't have that guy.
No.
They don't have the guy to say, we're blowing the lead and we can count on you. They haven't had that in years. You couldn't even count on Porzingis to do that. So let's
stop.
You're gonna make me rip the rest of my hair out.
You're gonna get me upset.
So
let's see. How are we favored at home against the Seahawks when our receivers are shit right now? Baddog, are you coming back to Philly for Seahawks and Eagles Sunday? Well, maybe means are you calling the game? Is that what he's asking?
Oh, no. No, we're doing the Giants game.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday night game.
Yeah. But as far as that's a good question. How are the Eagles favored against the Seahawks? It's in Philly, but the Eagles have been. I agree. How are they favored? I guess they only lost
because they're gonna win, and that's a trap game. Vegas wants you to throw money on the Seahawks, thinking the same thing. And they're gonna make it clean. They're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles win that game. But I don't think they should be favored. Do you think the Jones hype is bigger than Linsanity? Well, Linsanity was short-lived. That was only for, 20 games? It was fun, but, I mean, you hope that, and I appreciate that Chris Norris says I'm looking like a cannoli. I really appreciate that. But we hope Daniel Jones is for 20 years, not 20 games.
Yeah. I don't even think Daniel Jones hype is that much because we're a bad team.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Clock says, you guys are already giving Jones a pass for this Sunday for so many reasons. What stat line would be acceptable to you both?
I don't know how we're giving him a pass. I don't know what we said to give him a pass.
Well, I think we're going in with reasonable expectations. This game, I'm expecting the worst for Daniel Jones, if I'm being completely honest. They have to make him a game manager. You're going up against one of the best pass rushers in football. And your team's completely banged up. The whole offense is banged up. Offensive line stars Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. We'll see if they even play. But
Nate Solder don't play.
Yeah, I mean, how could you expect Daniel Jones to play good on Sunday?
I'll tell you this, Clocks, and this is honest God truth. He'll have a better game against the Bears than he did against the Patriots.
Yeah, I expect him that. I'll give him that. He should have a better game. Yes,
he'll have a better game. And he struggled against the Patriots. Every quarterback has struggled against the Patriots. Every one of them. That's a tough and you got the best coach ever over there. Matt Nagy's not a great coach. The Bears just have an incredible amount of talent. And like I said, if Pat Shurmur's any kind of head coach, he devises a freaking game plan to have Daniel Jones get rid of the damn ball. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream. Get rid of the ball quick and use counters and misdirection plays, screen passes, offset that rush.
Right.
You do things like that against an aggressive defense, and you kill them with that stuff. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
You cannot have Daniel Jones dropping back 5-7 step drop looking to throw the ball down the field against the Bears. You're not winning that way. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Pat Shurmur if that's the game plan where he's dropping back to pass and he fumbles 4 times or he throws 3 interceptions, that's going to be on Pat Shurmur. You can say I'm making excuses for Daniel Jones. That's on Pat Shurmur. This is where your head coach does your game plan around your quarterback's strengths or your team's strengths. You have to devise a game. You can't go in with the same game plan against every team, and I feel like Shurmur does that. Every game plan is the damn same.
Daniel Jones, if he makes 130 throws in this game, he's going to get killed. It's just as simple as that. They have to find a way. It's not going to be easy to run the football. They did it last year against the Bears. They have to find a way to do it.
Right. Misdirections.
Yeah.
I mean, do stuff like that. Counter plays.
Yeah.
Offset I formation.
Yeah.
Stop spreading out the damn offense and putting Jones in the shotgun and handing Barkley the ball that way. Put Elijah Penny in there. Put Red Ellison in there. I don't know who our other tight end is. Simonson still here? Or
Simonson's still here. Yeah.
So put Simonson and Red Ellison in there and run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Or, have Daniel Jones drop back with Max protect and try to throw the ball that way. Don't spread it, go 4 wide and have Jones in a shotgun, empty backfield because he's going to get freaking killed. I'm telling you, I'll be more pissed this game than I've been pissed all year if that's the type of game plan they do against the Bears. Because that'll show me that Pat Shurmur doesn't know shit about preparing his team and doesn't know anything about how to devise a game plan against your opponent. Because I swear to God, he does the same thing every week, no matter who we're playing.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Patriots, I've said this last year.
Oh, the Patriots adjust every game.
It's a different guy every week that beats you. It's James White. It's Rex Burkhead. It's Sony Michel. It's Julian Edelman. It's whoever. They have different guys that beat you every week.
No, it's not fair to compare him to Bill Belichick. But you're absolutely
no. But I'm saying what I'm saying is he's a great coach, so he devises different game plans against different opponents. Pat Shurmur's lines them up the same way every damn time.
Yeah.
No matter who they're playing.
Yeah. Oh, and Travis Conkle, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says there's nothing like a good loaf of bread. Baddog and I say that all the time. That is a very true statement. We finish the bread at the table. We say that all the time, Travis. But I hope you enjoyed it. And West Coast says, I saw him ask this a few times, so I'm going to answer it real quick. Top 5 worst and best historic franchises. Bottom 5, the Cleveland Browns. Well, the Cleveland Browns won a lot before the Super Bowl era.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals are the worst.
Detroit Lions.
Atlanta Falcons.
Arizona Cardinals.
Falcons,
definitely.
Yeah.
Falcons, Lions, Cardinals, Bengals.
I can't go Browns because the Browns won a lot of championships early on, right? Jets only have one Super Bowl. Jets are up there. Jets are up there as one of the bottom. Minnesota Vikings don't have a Super Bowl.
They played in 4.
But they don't have one. Bills have played in 4.
Bills have played in 4. They don't have one.
I'm trying to think. I might say the Jets because Jets have been. I don't know that, but and then in terms of the top 5, Patriots, Steelers. Steelers are 1 for me.
49ers.
Steelers, 49ers, Patriots,
Packers, Giants.
Probably Packers and Giants, and the Cowboys got to be in the discussion with their 5.
Yeah, Cowboys. The Cowboys got to be up there.
Yeah, Raiders have 3. Yeah, that's your answer. Let's see what we got here. Falcons. Falcons, especially with that 28-3 loss in the Super Bowl. Buccaneers are another one.
Buccaneers definitely.
They didn't win one, but they are another one.
But they were awful for many years.
Oh, remember the helmet they used to have? That disgusting white helmet with the orange.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta be honest. I kind of like that one.
You like? Oh no.
I like the retro ones. I like the retro Patriots helmet too.
You like that? Yeah. Oh, I didn't like it with the. I
like the retro shit. I like the stuff I grew up with. I think everybody does. It's like I like the old Giants helmet with the Giants on it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Nick Young, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says 3. Oh, that's right. Nick Young last night called me out for a YouTube boxing match. He says 364 days until our match. Baddog, you're up next.
I got next. Yeah. Listen, I'm too old to fight. And besides that, if I hit somebody, I'm going to hurt them. So I'm not doing that. I'm not going to hit anybody.
And Clocks, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Ben's the Easy says, Entertainer Talking Sports and Dog Chris, do you think the Parcells Young era would draft I want to make sure I get this right. I think he says running back, quarterback with the 2nd and 6th pick before you take O-linemen and edge rushers?
Well, they did.
Yeah, they took Sims.
Parcells wasn't the coach. I think Ray Perkins was the coach. They took Bill Sims 7th overall from Morehead State in 1979. They took him 7th overall. I don't know when they got Joe Morris. I don't remember when they drafted him exactly. But they drafted Lawrence Taylor. That was a big deal. I don't remember who they drafted first in 1980. I just know Sims was there in 79. Taylor was there 2nd in 1981. They didn't draft well in 82 or 83. They didn't. So,
But the thing I always say,
they also had a lot more draft picks back then. They had like 15 rounds or something crazy. They had a lot of rounds back then.
And I'm going to get to Dre's in a second. The thing I always say to Clocks, though, is you got to also take into account that Gettleman, I know, Clocks is very focused on the offensive line and defense, but so is Gettleman. It's just that some of the guys he's brought in haven't worked. Nate Solder, right. We spent $20 million a year on
he was the best one we could get.
He was the best one we could get.
And he knew that was a problem with left tackle, and he said, you know what, Eric, you're going to the right side. You suck.
Yeah.
But we're going to try you over there. You were the 9th overall pick.
So, yeah, I think that now some of the moves may not have worked, but I think that Gettleman has tried to do what Clocks wants. It's just that maybe they haven't worked.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it hasn't worked. But Dre Mac, man, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Ben's the Nice, he says Barkley or McCaffrey, Daniel Jones or Darnold. All right, I'll answer first, and then Baddog will answer. Right now, this year, I got to go McCaffrey, right? Barkley's been banged up. McCaffrey's an MVP candidate, but I still say Barkley has more talent, in my opinion. They're both phenomenal running backs. And right now, again, I'm more of a Darnold guy than Bad Dog. I already know Bad Dog's answer.
Yes, everybody knows my answer there.
I think Daniel Jones right now, I'd rather have Daniel Jones right now. But I could see Darnold surpassing him. I think it's very close as of now. But I will go Daniel Jones. And
McCaffrey's better than Barkley this year. There's no doubt about that. But I like Chris. I think Barkley has more talent. I think we saw that last year. That Barkley has more talent. That's really weird. That's a bunch of times. I got a movie on here and it just freezes up on me, and I got to fast forward. It's weird. And then I'm not a Darnold fan. I don't like Sam Darnold. So definitely Daniel Jones. I did a video before Daniel Jones played a preseason game. Said Daniel Jones is going to be better than Sam Darnold. So I think Daniel Jones is better. Daniel Jones has 3 games where he's had 4 total touchdowns. Okay, twice he threw for 4 touchdowns. In the first game, he had 2 rushing, 2 pass. Sam Darnold just got his first 4 touchdown passing game this past week against.
And he sees ghosts.
The rest.
Let's not forget that.
And he sees ghosts.
Yeah. But,
to be fair, if Darnold don't have much around him.
You have to be fair. You have to take that into account.
But then again, you're the Daniel Jones.
You have to take that into account as well. And Big Blue in the PA, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You can't forget about it. Who wins? Now we're bringing wrestling into this. Who wins in a 3-way ladder match? Pat Shermer, Ben Mack is shit. I'm going to call him that. Or Ray Hanley. That is a great question. Now, I didn't get to see Ray Hanley, as much, like Bad Dog did.
I did.
They're all bad.
I'm going to say this. Shermer would probably kick their ass.
You think so?
Shermer
looks
like he's in shape.
He was a lineman, right? Josh Shermer?
He looks like he's in shape. Ben McAdoo would get his ass kicked by my son, and Ray Hanley would too. Yeah, Ray Hanley was a fat goofball with glasses. Ben McAdoo had the child, the predator. What am I trying to say? The pedophile stash. Shermer is in the best shape of all 3 of them. There's no doubt. I think Shermer wins in a ladder match.
Yeah, and McAdoo couldn't get the hairstyle down. He couldn't get the moss down. He had the mushroom cut. Then he goes to the slick back hair.
He still left the mushroom cut there. It was good luck for the Giants.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you so much, Kashendra Ramrup, for the $2 super chat. He says, shout out to the Italian Stallion. Great stream with the Italian Stallions. It's plural.
Correct.
But thank you so much, man. And it was a pleasure having you on the channel today. Thank you for the love, man. I really appreciate that. If you haven't done so, he's got a really good channel. He's new. He's up and coming. Go and check out The Hub. He's a Giants fan, and he's got really good content on there. I do highly suggest it, and he's a great guy. I had a pleasure having you on the channel today. You think Saquon is going to be Saquon again, as Scott Gaming says? Yes. I think he will. Got to improve the offensive line. He's got to get healthy, man.
Yep.
Let's see what we got. If you could steal one player from each NFC... Ooh, that's a good question, Chip Kelly. If you could steal one player from each NFC team, who would you take? I like that question. Let's start with the Eagles. Who am I taking from the Eagles? I'll take Ertz. You take Ertz?
Yeah, Ertz. Pretty good. I think I would take... God, that's a tough question.
Well, what about Cox in the middle? But we have a good...
I would take Cox because he kills us.
But we have a good... That's our strength, though. That's our strength on defense, though. But I agree. He's better than anyone we got.
But he kills us.
Yeah.
He kills us. Then again, you know what? No. You know what? I would take Miles Sanders and break that Penn State backfield back.
Yeah, really? You would go with Miles Sanders?
I would take Miles Sanders. I would take him because that way you actually could spell Barkley.
Okay.
I don't know if Miles Sanders is an every down back in the NFL, but I think if you brought Miles Sanders in there every third series, I think that would be good. I would like to see those two back together. I would take Miles Sanders.
Andre Dillard's a good one. Young offensive lineman. That's a good
Yes, call. Dillard is a good one.
That's a good call, Giants Pride. You go with youth there. On the Cowboys, I'm not going to go running back because we have Barkley. Amari Cooper would be a nice guy to have on this football team.
I would take Tyron Smith. Give me Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith's great.
There's Zach Martin. You give me either one of those guys.
Yeah. Or you could go with the middle linebackers they got over there.
Yeah, Van Der Esch. But I want the line. I want Tyron. I want a damn left tackle that can block.
I'm I'm in agreement with
Give
you.
me Tyron Smith.
I'm going to go with Tyron Smith as well. I'm in agreement with you. I do like
The
Cooper.
Redskins, I don't want any of them. Screw them. They suck.
Terry McLaurin's good. And he's young, but that's the Redskins are not very good.
Give me Montez Sweat, I guess.
Yeah. We'll take him. Ryan Kerrigan, he's older though.
You get me Landon Collins, Chris.
Oh God, keep him away from here.
Has he picked off a pass yet?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm gonna check right now. I want to look at Landon Collins' stats.
Trent Williams, yes, good call. Raymond, that would be who he's going to be a free agent next year, but that would be who I would take.
He's older though and injury prone, man. I don't know if I'd want him.
But that's a great question, Chip Kelly. That was a really good question.
By the way, they love Sooners. The Redskins get like every Oklahoma. They got Adrian Peterson.
What does it say about your team, Baddog?
Trent Williams. What's that?
What does it say about your Sooners?
They don't take any offensive Sooners except for Peterson. How good is he?
Yeah, that's true.
But Trent Williams, he was good too.
Yeah, he was good.
Who the hell is the other guy they took from Oklahoma? I think they're the punter, Tress Way. He's there, right?
Yeah,
Tress Way.
I think. So
Landon Collins has no. He's got no interceptions. He does have a sack. He's defensed 2 passes the whole year. And he's hit the quarterback twice. He freaking sucks.
Yeah, Giants.
Sucks.
Giants did a good job letting him walk.
He sucks so bad. He is terrible, man. He's got 56 solo tackles. He's awful. He sucks.
I'm glad we didn't keep
that guy has not picked off a pass since 2017. I told you it was off of Travis Kelce. He's awful.
Not good.
$84 million they gave that guy.
Yeah, not good, Baddog. Not good.
I'm trying to tell everybody that guy sucked and he was overrated. I took a shitstorm for that.
He does have a lot of tackles, Tommy. I'll give you that. 83 tackles, but he does not create big plays.
Yeah, combined tackles. He has 56 solo tackles.
Question is, Will Hernandez an easy keeper? I don't know why MH always asks that. I mean, I know it's a joke. He's trolling, but he always asks, is Will Hernandez a good... Oh, no. I thought he was talking fantasy football. Yeah, no, they have to keep Will Hernandez. He's still on his rookie contract. He's still got 3 more years on it. And he's right now probably by PFF their best offensive lineman on the Giants' offensive line right now. So, yeah. What did Big Blue ask? I see Baddog laughing before I could finish reading the question. I just saw it was about Cop Pizzle. Big Blue in the PA with a $5 super chat. I still haven't read it. I'm just laughing at Baddog's response. He says, is it true that Cop Pizzle does the Buffalo Bill dance in front of a picture of Eli Manning? He's referring to Silence of the Lambs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion in the basket or it gets the hose again.
Listen, I love Eli Manning. Cop Pizzle takes it to another level. But that was pretty funny.
I gotta run to hit the head real quick.
Yeah, go hit the head. Yeah, we're gonna be on for about 10 more minutes. Let Baddog hit the latrine. We'll answer a couple more of your questions. But Big Blue in the PA. Oh, you guys are funny, man. You guys are funny, and he probably does. I love Cop Pizzle though, but he probably does do that. Okay, guys. So Slayton and Jones look like they have chemistry, but other than him, drafted free agency. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do we need? I mean, we go over that all the time. Offensive line, pass rush. GQ boys, thank you so much, man, for the love, man. I really appreciate that. $5 super chat. Ben's the knees. He says, do you think that you could beat Bethea in a foot race? Listen, I just got back to the gym. I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to drop a couple of lbs. You give me like a month, I think I could beat Bethea in a foot race. I mean, he's not what he used to be. And I don't want to put the full blame on Bethea. I think a lot of people are using him as a scapegoat. He's 35 years old, though. Even if he's not the problem, we got to see what we got in the young kids in a Julian Love. So, he was a great player at one point, but I might be able to beat him in a foot race at this point.
Who's that?
And Jared Williams. Yeah, Bethea, yeah. Could you beat him?
I could beat him in a foot race, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I could beat him.
And,
I'm 43. I could take him.
yeah, and Jared Williams says, "Stop laughing. It's not that funny." I thought it was pretty funny, Jared Williams, the Buffalo Bill. I actually thought that was pretty funny, so I'm gonna laugh.
Well, I mean, everybody's got a different sense of humor, Jared. I found it funny, but then again, maybe you never watched Silence of the Lambs, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, if you watch Silence of the Lambs, you'd probably think it was pretty funny. Which player besides Jones do you want to progress the most the rest of this season? Christian Cologne asks.
DeAndre Baker.
That's a great call. DeAndre Baker is probably who I was going to say. Lorenzo Carter, maybe see him get after the quarterback more. Yeah, probably. Yeah, those are probably the two guys that I'm looking at the most. How about Saquon Barkley getting his confidence back? Maybe that as well.
Saquon Barkley's got confidence. He just needs holes to run through.
Yeah, and I don't think he's healthy yet.
He's not healthy.
Hopefully,
they brought him back too soon.
Yeah, hopefully he's healthy this week. Guys, beard or no beard? Should I shave it or keep it? Well, I don't know what you look like, New York 512. Some guys look good with a beard, some guys don't. So
yeah, I got to shave all the time.
Yeah, hard for me to answer. Hot Take Aggie says, if you guys had to predict the year the Giants win their next Super Bowl, which year? And by the way, I love Hot Take Aggie. I was in his stream. I'm going to try to be in there more. Great guy. Has a great channel over there. Go check it out. I'll say within the next 6 or 7 years. I'm going to be optimistic. I'll say we'll win a Super Bowl. I'll say Jones gets one. Hopefully, two.
I think Jones will get one.
Yeah.
Sometime. It's hard to answer that right now because we're so bad. I think I'll have a better idea of it next year. I think next year, Chris and I went into this year hoping we would be better, obviously than 2-8, but neither one of us had enormous expectations. But before the year started, Chris and I have been talking about 2020. That's when we're going to know what we have.
We're gonna know.
Gentlemen's coming in here strapped for cap space. Be like, well, you ate the Beckham contract, yeah, but we got 3 players for him, and we're gonna have $60 million that we're not paying him to spend next year. So, we have 11 draft picks, and we got all that money. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
If you ask me next year, I'll be able to tell you if we're close or not. This year, tough to say.
I agree with you. I think next year we're going to see if Dave Gettleman is an evil genius. We're going to see if his plan's starting to take fruition or if he's going to be unemployed. So next year the pressure is on for Gettleman. It's on for Shermer. If Shermer stays, there's got to be significant improvement next year, 100%. And Chris Leon, thank you for the love, man. $1 super chat, dribbling and bibbling. I see Mustard Bus just popped into the chat. Thank you for being here, my man.
Yeah, he's been here. I saw Mustard Bus.
Yeah. Mustard Bus is the man.
He loves Gettleman.
Oh, God, yeah. Big Panthers fan.
Well, Gettleman got you to a Super Bowl.
15-1.
Josh Norman left there. Josh Norman sucked.
Yeah.
Dave Gettleman got you Christian McCaffrey. I don't know why they hate Dave Gettleman. Josh Norman's terrible in Washington. He knew better. It's the Steve Smith thing. But Steve Smith was on the down part of his career. He went over to Baltimore. He had one good year.
Nobody saw that coming. Nobody thought he was going to take off like he did.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I see the Booty Man just popped in. What's going on, Detonator? It was a pleasure meeting you, man.
We met him, the Detonator. We met him.
Yeah.
I said, now I can always put a face with the name now.
Yeah, he's a tall kid.
He is tall.
He's a tall kid. But yeah, we'll go for another 5
Kid Blue,
minutes.
can't say that for him.
Kid Blue, great kid.
Not
not
tall.
Talk about his height, but great kid.
Yeah. I'm not talking height. I'm just saying he's not tall.
He's not tall. That's all.
Yeah. And of course, next to DWG, that was just the funniest thing ever. DWG is not short. That's a big boy.
DWG is one of the tallest human beings I've seen in person. It's not wearing a basketball uniform.
He's a big boy. Well, he played basketball overseas for a while.
Yeah,
he's
tall.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's big.
He's a big guy.
If they fail, I agree, Raymond. I think next year we clean house. Thank you so much, man. Detonator for the love, man.
Booty man.
$2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, I'm not gonna say the he. He says, love you guys, but we love you too, man. It was a pleasure meeting you,
back
man.
at you, buddy.
And Nick Young, man, thank you for the love, man. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Nick Young says $5 super chat. Ben's Denise. He says, if you had the choice, which MLB middle linebacker would you sign? Danny Trevathan, Corey Littleton, or Joe Schobert? Schobert's my number one. But all three of those guys I'd be happy with. Trevathan's a really good linebacker. He was with the Broncos, is with the Bears. and a lot of people have talked about Littleton. Any one of those three, I'd be happy with.
I wanted Trevathan bad when he was a free agent. So I would say I would like Trevathan. I mean, I would like Trevathan out of all three of those, but he's not available. Schobert may be available. So for that reason, I would say Schobert because I think we would. But if all those are available, give me Trevathan.
Yeah, I like all three. I like all three of those guys. And we certainly could use one. Hopefully, Conley's a good middle linebacker for us as well. And thank you so much. Big Blue in the PAs is going after the Giants.
On a roll tonight.
$2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, "Do you think Rover Sports eyebrows are too thick?"
No, I appreciate thick eyebrows.
Yeah, Baddog certainly appreciates thick. Listen, I love Rover Sports, man. He is one of I met him in person as well. One of the nicest guys you could ever meet. Very different, but in a good way. I love Rover Sports. But yeah, he's got thick eyebrows, but I appreciate that. I got chest hair. And I appreciate that about myself.
It happens.
It happens. But he's definitely a cool guy, Rover Sports. I love Rover Sports. And what do you all think about? We've been asked that a million times. The Kaepernick situation. I honestly don't see a team taking him on. Just my opinion.
I wish I had cough syrup, man. I didn't get any. I got Mucinex. The shit ain't doing anything for me. I'll take Alka-Seltzer before I go to bed, but I should have got cough syrup because Mucinex. I wasted $13.49 on a friggin' thing of Mucinex. It ain't doing shit for me.
Yeah.
$13.49 for Mucinex. What? $13 for friggin' Mucinex.
We're gonna Baddog's sick and it's 12:02, so we're gonna close this out in about 3 or 4 minutes. I just want to give you guys your opportunities to ask any last questions you may want to ask. We'll answer like 1 or 2 more. And if you have not done so, go into the link in the description and please subscribe to Baddog Sports. You will not regret it. We work together all the time. Next Wednesday, we'll be over there doing this same show. And hate to break it to you guys, but Gettleman has a history of taking first-round wide receiver. Sam Borowski, you're absolutely right. He did in Carolina. He took a few first-round wide receivers. I don't know if he would take one as early as a top 3 or 4 pick. But yes, he did take some first-round wide receivers. You're right about that.
Yeah, he's not going to do that top 5. No way. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Cowboys Pats prediction, guys. What's going on, Dimitri? Thanks for popping in, man. I'm going to go Pats.
NyQuil's trash, Angel. NyQuil don't do anything. NyQuil helps you sleep. I have NyQuil up there. I don't use it. Maybe I'll take the Alka-Seltzer and the frickin' NyQuil. I just going to take everything the hell I can. Mixed medicine. That's a good way to do it. And wash it down with a beer.
I got clocks here. He says Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Phil Simms, Brad Johnson, Mark Rippon, all average or great on great teams. Yeah, but clocks for all those average quarterbacks, I could name Steve Young, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. I could run off a list of great quarterbacks. So you could win a Super Bowl in a variety of different ways.
But I'm also going to say this about clocks. Look at the era that you're going back to. You're going back to a different era when the quarterback did not throw the ball 45 times a game like they do now. It was a different game when Doug Williams won the Super Bowl. Timmy Smith had 204 yards in that Super Bowl. It's still the Super Bowl rushing record, okay? I mean, Doug Williams had a great game too, but Timmy Smith ran for over 200 yards. Phil Simms had Joe Morris. Joe Morris ran for over 1,500 yards in 1986. So, and they had one of the greatest defenses you'll ever see. Brad Johnson, same thing. The 2002 Buccaneers had a ridiculous defense. So that's why. Mark Rippon, same thing. I mean, Joe Theismann, you could say that about him too. Joe Theismann wasn't a great quarterback either. There's a lot of average quarterbacks that won Super Bowls. Yeah. Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's an average quarterback at best.
He is.
He's the most overrated quarterback probably ever. And he won 3. So,
A lot of has to do with surrounding parts, regardless of how good your quarterback is. But yes, there are a handful of quarterbacks that were not good quarterbacks that won Super Bowls. Dilfer, Brad Johnson are the first 2 that always pop in my mind. There's a few others, but it's rare. Usually, you need, unless you have an all-world defense like the 2000 Ravens, it's very hard to win a Super Bowl without an above-average quarterback.
Jim McMahon, one with an all-world defense.
Yeah. And then the other thing I like to point out, it's very rare when you have an all-world defense. Just look at the Bears this year, where you have back-to-back good years, when you don't have that stability at the quarterback position.
Right.
Look at most teams that stay good for a 10-year period. They have a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
They have the guy that every year they know is
They're-
going under center. Just look at the teams now. Brady, Rodgers. Those teams usually contend, right? Because Saints, Breeze, because they have a quarterback. It's
Chiefs.
Mahomes. It's very hard to have a 10-year
Seahawks.
stretch. Yeah, Russell
The
Wilson.
Seahawks.
Yeah, Russell
They
Wilson.
got nothing over there. They got Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
They're there every year because of Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very hard to have
the Giants. They would win a Super Bowl, missed the playoffs in '87, won a Super Bowl in '90, missed the playoffs in '91 because they didn't have a great quarterback.
And say what you will about Eli Manning. We were pretty stable the first half of his career before we didn't draft to save our lives, but we were always competitive from 2005 to 2012. We were always in the hunt because we had that stability at the quarterback position.
Absolutely. Yep.
But guys, thank you guys so much for all the love, guys. We are going to close it out. This was a great stream. Had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for continuing to show so much support and continuing to tune into the live stream and being the best supporters on YouTube. Can never say it enough, man. Had a lot of fun tonight. And yeah, I'll be live tomorrow doing the Thursday night football game. I'm sure Baddog probably got a Laker game coming.
Taking the night off. Load management for the Lakers on Friday.
You need a night off. You're sick.
I know. Load management for the Lakers game. We do it all the time.
Yeah. Baddog's got to get some rest for the Lakers games, and I appreciate all you guys though, and so does Baddog. You guys are phenomenal. And yeah, by the way, Noah Kale says I'll be in the Discord. If anybody wants to join the Discord, I'm sure Sonor could put that. What's going on, Malik Thompson? Thanks, Bobby, and I'm sure Sonor could put that link there. You can join the Discord, talk to us, we talk sports all the time. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream. Always love when I get Baddog on the channel. This is one of our, this is the best doing the show. We've built this up. We've built this up from nothing. And now it's a pretty successful show, and it's because of you guys. And thank you guys for continuing to support the show and continuing to tune in every Wednesday or whenever we have it. And Adam, thanks for popping in, man. Of course, I always like to let Baddog close it out.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for all the get well wishes, guys. I don't know why the hell I can't kick this cold. I don't usually keep a cold for over a week, but yeah, I've had this for a damn while. It's pissing me off. But yeah, I always appreciate you having me on the channel, Chris. And again, it was awesome getting to meet you last Saturday. Yeah. That was awesome. It was just like I said. I watched those streams back just to see the reaction. I love watching, looking at the live chat because obviously when we're meeting and I'm not looking at the live chat.
Right.
So to watch everybody's reaction to it.
I still haven't watched the reaction to that. I got to go back and look at that. I haven't looked at the reaction to it.
It was a lot of fun. It was cool. And again, just the fact that you guys really enjoyed when we met each other just tells you how much, you guys mean to us. And it obviously means, we mean something to you guys. You wouldn't be here every week with a 2-8 team. So I love that, having me, you having me on the channel. I love this show. It's my favorite thing I do on YouTube. And someday, guys, we are going to be good again. And when the Giants are good and we're doing the show, it'll be a lot better when we're 8-2. It's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. It has to. But again, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for all your support on this show and on our channels. We can never say we appreciate you enough because you just can't. And so, for the entertainer, it's the Bad Diggity Dizzle. You all have a great night. Have a great Thursday. And Chris, I'll tune into your live stream tomorrow. Until then, guys, we are gone. Peace.